Welcome to the Panthers Den, Campbell-Savona Bradford's athletic podcast. Meet our athletes, coaches, learn about our combined athletic program, and hear what it's like to bring hard work and teamwork to the field, along with a little bit of laughter and fun stories along the way. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Go Panthers! All right, welcome everybody to the first Bradford Campbell-Savona podcast, the Panthers Den. I'm Jim Anderson, and I'm welcoming our new athletic directors that are here today to work together to bring our two communities together around athletics. So I'm going to introduce the both people we have here. I'm going to have them tell them a little bit about themselves, what they love about athletics, how it helps our kids grow into productive and successful citizens, and then we're just going to go from there. So I'll start with Mr. Daly from Campbell-Savona, Carson Daly. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're into this.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know me, Carson Daly, I'm a high school phys ed teacher as well as now athletic director here. Been here for about 5 years now. Originally from outside of Rochester area, Brockport. Currently now live in Bath, New York. And why we're interested in athletics and a passion for it, because athletics teaches our student athletes a lot more than how to play a sport. It gives you a lot of life skills, teamwork, integrity, how to compete with one to accomplish a common goal. So I think it's more than just wins and losses, what we got here in athletics.
Yeah, I love that. And then we have Heather Monell, not Monet, Monell, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her role at Bradford and what she does.
Yes. So I'm Heather Monell, and I am a Bradford born and raised all of the years graduate. And I teach 5th and 6th grade, so I'm a gen ed teacher at Bradford, math and science. And my role as an AD is actually a co-AD, because my partner in crime is Mrs. Johnson, Mrs. Dawn Johnson, and she and I we've worked together on this journey as we've done this for the last 3 years. I think we're going into our 4th year. And we really have to share responsibilities. She is a high school special education teacher, middle and high school. And so it's a lot of places to juggle, but we do it because we absolutely love the kids. That's our number one thing. Why probably anybody is in education in general is the fact that just we love our kids. And then kind of to piggyback on what Carson was sharing, it's family. When you become a part of a team, you become part of a family, and to watch the kids learn that skill and just have that enjoyment of working with a team and seeing success together, facing challenges together and growing, that's just like Mrs. Johnson and myself, that's our highlight, is to watch their accomplishments. And so that's really why we do it. It's not because we have statistics in our head, because we don't. We're not really great with that, but we watch their faces light up.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And that's the wonderful part about being educators.
Yes.
Is really watching students grow and seeing them get better as they go. So Bradford has had some experience with partnering with other schools. We're partnered with Dundee last year. Yeah. And this year, I honestly, being a born and bred Campbell kid myself, and the first mergered class of Campbell-Savona was my graduation year, like, to me, I feel it's really special because I made a lot of Savona friends for lifetime through athletics and music. So as we've been through this process, what are some of the challenges you guys have run into of merging our teams together? I know a lot of these kids played youth sports together. Like, yes. I feel like Bradford's already part of the family from the Campbell-Savona perspective.
Yeah,
but,
my kids did.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are some of the challenges you've seen so far, and how have you worked together to come up with solutions?
Yeah, well, I'd like to start off by saying, like, the most of the challenges are just the logistical, we're not so much as seeing any challenges with athletes coming together. That's been a great success. They've been training together all offseason. They're already, you can see the cohesiveness of the athletes and the coaches, which we love to see. That's the number one most important part. But yeah, the challenge is definitely just the logistics, making sure schedules line up, our transportation runs line up together, and we have a great team that everyone's constantly communicating, make sure everyone's up to date on where teams are going, when they're playing, who's practicing where. And we've come up with a bunch of great strategies. Number one, that fall practice calendar on our athletic website will let you see the entire fall season where everybody's practicing and playing. So I definitely suggest, if you have not gone on our website yet, to go check that out.
Yeah, it needs to be saved to your phone.
Yes, definitely.
I'd say that's very important. Both athletes, parents, community members, they need to save the athletic website to their phone as an app. You can do that.
Definitely. And along with saving things to your phone, I would definitely want to download the Arbiter Live app. Some of you have heard, Section 5, we transitioned away from Activity Scheduler, which is what most of us are used to for checking live game updates. We now are going to be using Arbiter Live. So if you have not yet downloaded the Arbiter Live app, I highly recommend you do so as well.
Nice plug there.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
To kind of go back to like challenges, if you will, I don't know if I'd use the word challenge, but I think the communication piece with a merged program is probably the hurdle we have to learn, right? We have to learn how to jump over that hurdle and make it smooth. And I will say Carson has been really fantastic. Our transportation department's been really fantastic. But those are the pieces that you just don't necessarily think about when you're on your own doing your own programs, because everything happens at one site, right? So now we have multiple sites involved, and so that communication piece and the logistics, as he shared. And so, that calendar is super helpful, that fall practice schedule. I know that for Dawn and myself, for the last 3 years, we lived by that was just there. We opened it all of the time. Our transportation opened it all the time, because changes happen quickly as weather affects things. So
absolutely.
Very important.
Yeah, the theme of this year will be patience for sure when it comes to the athletic partnership. Patience and perseverance.
Yeah. Well, and I'm looking at our fall season. There's some more opportunities for kids. Volleyball, an added opportunity for Bradford kids, or did they have that opportunity?
All three of the sports that we're offering this fall, the new comes into the winter and spring season that we haven't had before. But for the fall season, but what is special for us, for Bradford, is similar to why this even became to be, is because we have the uniqueness of only having a very small number of students and not able to field, and be a competitive team. So this opportunity has allowed all of our athletes 7 through 12 to play at the level that is appropriate, to try to build that. And we still have some recruiting to do, to get more kids involved. But that's the great benefit, is our kids get that opportunity. Yeah,
I'm incredibly excited, particularly for the boys soccer team, because the CS boys, soccer's a big deal in Campbell-Savona, and I know it's a big deal in Bradford too. And I know we're bringing some great talent together from both schools. So if they work together as a team and grow, they could be a real powerhouse this year. I'm definitely feeling that. Which is awesome.
Yeah, I think for sure all of our sports teams, we have a very strong chance of being super competitive and reaching that, hopefully, sectional title across the board. That'd be an amazing feat for our athletics program, for sure. Yeah,
and seeing us build our numbers in cross country is awesome too. We just had 2 new kids registered that want to play cross country, so I was like, I was a cross country runner back in the day myself. So, so now as we started to pull the families and the kids together, are there any kind of heartwarming moments or funny stories you want to share?
Heartwarming, funny. I'm trying to. You just put 2 things in my head. So wait.
That would be one we'd have to get from our coaches. Unfortunately, I took a step back in coaching this year, so my involvement directly with the athletes, I haven't had it yet as been involved as has been in years past when I was the JV boys soccer coaches. I'm sure after this first week we'll be getting a lot of stories of how the opening couple days went and whatnot, but just not being there, unfortunately. I do miss the feeling being around the team and what have you, but I just off the top of my head, I don't have any stories.
Perfect question for our merged coaches and our athletes. I think that same, we're more on the back end seeing the management piece, and we'll see it on the field when things get started. But
definitely,
I'm really excited to get some of the kids and coaches in here. Once the season really gets up and going, and hearing some of the stories, that's some of the most entertaining things, hearing our kids talk about how the season's going and how they're growing. So if I talk to both of you in the end of the fall season, how will you know this has been successful? What are the things you're hoping to see?
Yeah, for me, number one is going to be we end the season with all the athletes that signed up, and everyone had a memorable season. At the end of the day, it's not always about the wins and losses, but making sure the players developed and grown their skills. That part might be edited out. And like I said, make sure we're retaining the athletes and the ones that are coming back next year, making sure that they're interested in signing up again. For me, that's how we're going to be defining success this year.
Yeah.
I think for me, going back to sharing how family is what I see when it comes to athletics and teams. And I know in our previous partnership, I watched the kids build bonds across communities faster than probably most adults. And, they were going to each other's homecomings, going to each other's bonfires, and just building that community that there wasn't this kid attends this school, this kid attends this school. It was, this is the soccer team, and they're excited for each other, and they have a bond together. And again, relationships are very important to me. So that's one of the things I hope to see at the end, is that they look at themselves as a team, a family, and not a student from a certain school district.
I love that. I'm hoping to see that too. I'm excited to see the kids excited. We're going to have some really powerful teams this year, and it's just going to continue to grow as it goes.
Yeah.
And that makes me really excited too.
Yeah.
So you think about the history bringing together. We've got, from the Braves to the Bobcats, the Red Jackets and Bulldogs to the Panthers, and whatever the future holds for us.
Right. Whatever
Whatever the future holds as we move forward.
Anything
else you'd like to share for the parents and families and the community as we headlong into our first season together?
Yeah, one of the things that I'm thinking of, just kind of a plug like Mr. Daly Carson did earlier, Parent Square, that's going to be a new one to make sure that our parents, it's just a good opportunity that we now have as a communication tool for our coaches and our players and parents to be involved in. So I hope that the parents use that as their tool to communicate with their coaches. Because there are some teams, right, that Campbell-Savona has a coach from the community and they're coaching, and we don't necessarily, the Bradford parent may not know them. So that's a great just tool to have everybody communicate. So Parent Square, and I feel like I just lost the other one that I was going to say for the parents to have. So you can chime in.
No, I know we've already mentioned it, but again, that just familiarizing yourself with our new athletic website and knowing where the useful links are is going to be a very huge step, and making sure everyone's prepared and on time and where they need to be. And then again, like this year, just hope to see as many people as possible in the stands cheering on our combined partnered sports teams on that at the modified level, or any level that is. If you're interested in sports, and even if you've never played before, please come sign up and give it a try. Got 3 days first day of school is when our modified fall sports season starts. So if you're out there listening and you're interested, please come try out for something.
Absolutely. Yes. And I will say about the athletic website, if there's something in there in the community that they want access to, that they're feeling like, boy, if this was just on the website, it'd make my life better in support of our programs, just reach out to your coaches, the ADs, myself as the technology director here at Campbell-Savona, and we'll do our best to make those things happen. We want all that stuff to be a great resource for our community so that they can be here and strongly cheer on our kids.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. So, sports. What did you guys play when you were kids?
You can go first, Heather.
Okay. During the fall season, I played soccer, but I will say that I didn't have the opportunity to play volleyball because it wasn't offered. And that is, I watched the girls' teams play now, and I'm a little like, ooh, I think I would have really enjoyed that. So I love that opportunity for our kids now. So I played soccer in the fall, and then in the winter, I was a cheerleader. My father was a basketball coach, boys basketball. So it kind of was like a family event. I was, on the sideline while Dad was over there coaching. And then in the spring, I played softball. So I was considered a three-sport athlete. I played what was available at Bradford, and I loved athletics. Those are the memories that have just been etched and ingrained For sure, the enjoyable memories, the growth memories, all of it. So
think of one specific one while Mr. Daly tells us about what he did in high school.
Awesome. Yeah. So in the fall for me, I was also a soccer player. Wintertime, I was a wrestler. And then the spring, I was a lacrosse player. Although now looking back at it, I do wish I played golf because, wow, for one, my golf game definitely could have been much better than where it is at this point in my life. And now I have to pay for golf, whereas in high school you get the free golf membership for
that's a good plug right there.
That's
because
right.
It's not cheap, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in golf or later on down the road, that's a sport that'll be with you for the rest of your life. So again, highly suggest you check out the golf team this spring. Stay tuned.
So I want to end it on a reflective memory because this is always fun. When you guys think of yourselves as high school athletes back in the day, what's one of your most profound memories that just sticks with you that makes you want to be a part of athletics as a mentor, coach, athletic director?
There are a lot, but the one that stands out to me, I guess, the most was my junior year of softball season. Our team won sectionals, and just, again, watching the bond, the excitement, watching the community. I think that was a big thing too. I remember the community coming in and packing the stands and just support of the athletes. And, it wasn't just the parents and the grandparents, because it was the neighbors of. And that just, to anybody else on the outside looking in, said, I want to be a part of that community because we're just so tight and close-knit. And that would be a highlight for me, was just not just being on the field to be able to be the athlete and the participant, but to see this was much bigger. This was this is a bond that brought a community together.
Definitely, yeah. And hopefully we get that bond this year with a couple of our teams winning sectionals. That'd be amazing.
Woohoo.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For me, one memory that stands out and kind of guided me, I guess, to let me where I am today is senior year of wrestling. Part of our team handbook contract that we did for the wrestling team was after practices, you'd pick a day out of the week and you'd go to the youth wrestling practice and you'd be paired up with a youth wrestler and you'd be their personal coach for that practice session. Every couple of weeks you'd go check in, and just seeing the light in the younger athletes' eyes and their interest and listening to everything I was saying to them at that time as far as coaching wise, kind of opened my eyes up to looking down the path for being a phys ed teacher and working my way up through athletics and coaching and whatnot. So I guess just for me, it was the eye-opening experience to pursue a career in it for as far as athletics goes for me in high school.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. I'm definitely like, woo. I think that needs to be implemented.
Yeah, it is. It was awesome. At first, those Saturday morning practices, going to youth practice, that wasn't always fun to get out of bed.
Teenager.
Yeah. You end up appreciating it later on in life, though, for sure.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think this is a great thing for our community to hear, that we have 3 really passionate people about kids, about athletics, that want to build a program that really provides lifelong learning, growth, and memories as all of these kids grow up and become adults, and we pass the baton into the future. Mm-hmm. So anything else you guys want to bring up or say before we bring our first Panthers Den Campbell-Savona Bradford podcast to a close?
I'll just throw another plug out there. I might as well. Next week will be opening of of athletic contests. 9-3 is our first home contest, if I'm remembering that correctly. Girls varsity soccer. They play Fillmore here at Campbell-Savona. So if you have nothing going on, come out and check it out and cheer on our girls varsity soccer team. And then check out the calendar again for the rest of the lineup for the fall season.
That sounds awesome.
He is a walking calendar. I love it.
I do my best. I stare at it long enough. I should have it memorized.
It sounds like you're all complimenting each other very well in your skill sets as we build this partnership.
Yes, I'm excited about it. It started off really well, mm-hmm. And so we're excited to hear great news about the first day of practice,
right.
and we're moving forward.
It's wonderful. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to our first episode of the Panthers Den podcast, first one of 2026, and a new and budding partnership of Campbell-Savona and the Bradford School District. We are going to have an amazing season. We hope to see the community out there. Put it all together. Go Panthers. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Panthers Den, and we'll tune in to the next one. Until then, go Panthers!